Welcome to the unboxing of the second in the North Sea trilogy set of games, Raiders of the North Sea. And let's have a look at the box. I've discussed the first one, Shipwrights. You would have seen the introduction there. Again, follows a similar sort of cartoon-esque look that's there, this time with a bit more colour. Remember, the first one just was a sky only, but it continues the theme. It's very thematic. It's all about Vikings. You can see on every side there different pictures of different Viking types. Raiders of the North Sea, very similar in layout to the first one, Shipwrights. We can see there a bit of a blurb about it, what you can find in this version of the game in the North Sea trilogy. You can see the board is very different in this, or slightly different anyway in this one. The cards, and again, a nice picture of a Viking. This one's for 2 to 4 players, ages 12 and above, about an hour and a half playing time. Let's open up the back. Put my trusty knife through the sides to cut through that plastic. I'll get rid of the plastic in a moment. And there we go, plastic gotten rid of. And we'll open this one up. So lifting up the sides, gently shaking it for it to come out. So it's getting a bit stuck, that's okay. And there we go. Again, as expected, like the first one, nothing printed on the inside. And we have, again, just the plain white on the sides of the inside box. Raiders of the North Sea, here is our rule book. Straight away, similar. All these boxes are the same size in the trilogy. We can see there some of the game iconography. Again, we have gold this time, iron, and livestock, which we had iron in the previous game. We've also got Valkyries here, silver tokens by the looks of it, some workers, provisions, and score markers. Let's go through this very quickly. You can see there how this game looks when it's laid out on the game table. Description of the game, how to play it, working, raiding, scoring raids. We've got there hired crew, end of game conditions, end of game scoring, townsfolk clarifications, just like in the first one, and again more iconography that is there. This is a 12-page rulebook, very good rulebook indeed. Nice length, not too long. We have some punch boards here. You can see the thickness of the card there. It is quite thick. I'll just punch out one of these to start off with, and I'm putting a little bit of pressure on that, and it is quite sturdy, so that is good to see with these pieces here. Just put that back. Enjoy punching that out later on. We can see there the back has that iconography there, and the jars have that same on both sides. We have another board, different numbered pieces, 4, 5s, and 6s, more, I'll call them jars. We have our game board. So our game board is all nicely folded. And I'll just open that up carefully and see how that goes. It's a nice thick cardboard as well for the game playing board. So you can see there just in full view on the screen. I'll put it this way so you can sort of see it a bit more clearly. Bring it up closer. Let's have a look at some of the artwork that you can see there. I'm having to move away a bit, so I'm going to shout a little bit at the camera. You can see there's a fortress, there's a monastery, we have an outpost there, another fortress coming all the way down. Let's have a look at the middle panels. You can see along there, monastery, outpost, harbour, and finally as we come down to the bottom here, we can see gatehouse, treasury, town hall, barracks, silversmith, longhouse. And again, just close up, let's have a look at some of the detail that is in the artwork in this game. Is very nice, nicely printed. So quality work there. I'll flip it over, see what's on the other side. Just black on the other side. So I'm going to fold that up now. It can be a bit of a challenge. No, it's not this time. So again, very nice artwork, nice quality card as well. I like the way that folds out and folds back easily. Let's have a look at the tokens that we get in this one. Similar in packaging style to the Shipwrights. One big plastic bag. I'll put that one over there. The silica desiccant, that goes over there. We have, I can't remember already. I've forgotten what the name of these are, but in wood, nice tokens, nice and sturdy. Some white ones there. I think they're sort of workers, or were these workers? Perhaps both the black and white ones were workers. We've got some, I don't know what colour you'd call that, grey-brown as a worker. That looks like the iron, similar to what we saw before. We said that was gold, so they're panning for gold or collecting it somehow, gold nuggets. Player tokens in each player's colours. You can see there we have 3 in each, blue, yellow, red and green. And finally, this set of tokens, and my apologies for just forgetting what the names were of those tokens. That is just awful of me. But let's see, Valkyries, gold, silver. Haven't come across the silver yet. I can see it in the box. Iron, livestock is what that one was, and provisions. So Valkyries and provisions and livestock. That threw me a little bit. Here is coinage. Coins, they look lovely. They are a nice heavy metal. That's not in a Ziploc bag, but they look fantastic. I do like them. Very Vikingish, if I can use that as a descriptive word. A couple of dice, just normal dice by the looks of it here. 2 red dice. More Ziploc bags as they want to stay in, but I'll get them out. Salvage and rescue those. A lovely bag. Remember, this was printed in 2015. Since then, bags have come a long way with games, but for what this was back then, it would have been a very lovely addition to see in the box. It's drawstring to put, obviously, things in. That'll be explained in the game. We have decks of cards in plastic, 2 to be precise. Let's go ahead, open these up. We will, as usual, go through these cards so we can see them in more detail. See if I can open them up without cutting into a particular card. I have been known to do that before. Can I get between those 2 cards? Yes, I can. Good. Get rid of the plastic there, the plastic from the bottom. Flip that over. Now we have differences on the back. So, except for these, Raiders of the North Sea. And I'll just bring these 3 cards over. These 3 cards were loose. It came with this Kickstarter of all 3. So it was a Kickstarter for the last one, Explorers, I believe. We have the Trickster, Swindler and Squire there. You can see the card back showing there for Raiders. I'll put them off to one side again. And let's go through all of these cards as quickly as possible. Just so we can see all of the cards there. We have a ship. We have 50 token for another ship. Maybe these are the player color aids. How to score, I'm not too sure. So this is the first time I've seen it. I haven't done any research before, so I'm in the dark. Probably more so than you, because if you're watching this, you've probably done a bit of research recently. I won't look at all the backs of those. Now I'll just go through the, I'll call them the front of the cards. So we have Warmonger. They look very similar. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. We have Traders. We have 1, 2 of those. Brynja, 1 of those. Ragnhildur. I am not saying these words well at all. Folky, if you've got a good pronunciation and can do it phonetically in the comments, please help me out. Even with this one, like Merchant. Hopefully I said that one correctly, 2 of those cards. Put those down there. Let's have a look at this next pack. See if I can get in nicely in here. And they're very close together. And I'm very aware, because the other day actually, with this new sharp knife I've got, cut into a card. Not good. So just want to, I thought it might be more helpful to slip between cards, but it seems to be too sharp and sometimes cuts into the card. So being very careful so I can get this plastic off without damaging any cards. Let's look at the back of these. Raiders of the North Sea. They all have the same back, which means I just only need to go through these sides. We have Armourer. 1, 2, 3 Armourers. Barbarian. 1, 2, 3 of those. Brawler. 1. Let's see, did I have 2 Barbarians? Brawler. Sorry, I was talking to myself. Brawler. 1, 2, 3 of those. We have a Forager there. 1, 2, 3 of those. Gravedigger. 1, 2, 3. Jeweler. 1, 2, 3. Marauder. 1, 2, 3 of those. Recruiter. 1, 2, 3. A Scout, which is there. 1, 2, 3. Warlord. 1, 2, 3. I get a common theme, 3 of each. Berserker, it'll throw me in a moment. 3, there you go, 4 of those. Archer, 1, 2 of those. Gatekeeper, 1, 2, 3, 4. Avenger, 1, 2. Huntsman, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Champion, 1, 2 of those. Mercenary, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Cartographer, 1, 2. Shield Maiden, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And finally, a Sage. So those are all the cards, all the contents of this game, which is Raiders of the North Sea. Thank you for watching. As always, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out. Write in the comments what games you'd like to see. I am going to do Explorers of the North Sea next. I've already done Shipwrights of the North Sea. Hopefully they'll all come out at the same time, so you can look at all 3, make your decision as to which ones, even if all 3 might be suitable for you in terms of what they look like, how they feel, the components. Again, this one's got lovely coins in it. If you're a board game collector who likes collecting board games with heavy metal coins, this is the one to go for, definitely. So thank you again. As always, enjoy your gaming. Have fun while gaming. This is LeMonde signing off.